Don't skip this, my child. This moment right here is not random. I brought you here, right now, because I have something to tell you that your soul desperately needs to hear. You've been waiting, hoping, and silently crying out to me. Now is the time. I am speaking directly to your heart. Listen carefully, because within these words lies the healing and peace you've been longing for. My beloved child, I know exactly how tired you feel. I see the heaviness you've been carrying, the burdens that seem too much for you. Your silent tears have not gone unnoticed. Every night you've cried quietly, every sigh that escaped your lips when no one else was listening, I have heard them all. I want you to know this clearly. You are not forgotten, you are not invisible, and your suffering has never been hidden from me. The battles you faced have been tough. You've stood strong through storms that others couldn't imagine. But now, my child, the season of endless struggle is coming to an end. I know there have been moments when you asked, God, where are you? Why won't you answer me? My beloved, I was there all along. Even when my voice felt distant, my eyes were always upon you, watching, guiding, and protecting you. You survived not because of your strength alone, but because I held you tightly in my hands. I see clearly how you faced betrayal and rejection from people you loved. The very people you trusted most have hurt you deeply, making you wonder if you'll ever be able to trust again. I watched as you questioned your worth, your purpose, and even your faith. But today, I am here to tell you, their actions do not define who you are. I do. I created you with love, with purpose, and with intention. You are my masterpiece, beautifully made in ways that no one else can replicate. Your value has never depended on how others treated you. It rests in the unchanging fact that you are mine. Right now, in this very moment, my angels are around you. Feel their presence. They are bringing peace into your soul, calmness into your troubled heart, and strength into your weary bones. Within the next few moments, your heart will feel lighter, your burdens will feel less heavy, and the pain you've held onto for so long will begin to fade. This isn't just your imagination, child. This is me. I am shifting the atmosphere around you. I'm changing your situation. Trust me when I say the darkness you've endured is passing away, and light is breaking through. Now listen carefully. Do not let doubt steal this moment from you. The enemy will try to make you believe that nothing has changed. He will whisper lies saying you are not worthy, that this peace and blessing are not real. Rebuke those thoughts immediately. Declare boldly that you are chosen, loved, and protected by me. My truth is stronger than any lie, and my love for you is greater than any mistake or failure you've ever made. You are worthy, not because of what you've done, but because I say you are. My child, it's time to let go of the past. You've held tightly onto pain, regret, and bitterness, thinking they would somehow protect you from being hurt again. But the truth is, these things are chains holding you back from the blessings I want to give you. Forgive those who hurt you, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. Hand your hurt over to me. Let me handle it. I promise, whatever you surrender, I will replace with something far better. Let go, and trust me to restore your joy. I also want you to know this. Your prayers have reached my throne. Not a single word you've whispered or cried out to me has gone unheard. Your answers are on the way. Delay was not denial, my child. Every moment of waiting was preparing you to receive greater things than you even asked for. You might not understand my timing, but trust my heart. Soon you will see clearly how I worked all things together for your good. Right, I am nothing without you. Lord, if He's your strength, the trials you face have shaped you. You've become stronger, wiser, and closer to me than ever before. The pain had a purpose. Nothing was wasted. Each challenge was a stepping stone toward your breakthrough. And now, you are ready for the blessings I have prepared for you, blessings that will overflow into every area of your life. Your family will find healing. Your heart will find peace. Your life will experience provision like never before, and your dreams will come alive again. Stay close to me, my child. This new season requires you to remain rooted deeply in my presence. Spend time with me in prayer. Seek me daily in my word. Let my voice be the loudest in your life, drowning out fear, doubt, and the opinions of others. Surround yourself with people who encourage your faith and push you closer to me. Guard your heart diligently, for this is a sacred moment, a divine appointment that demands your full attention. I am proud of you, truly proud. You've overcome far more than you ever thought possible, and I see the courage in your heart. Keep trusting me, my child. Be walking forward in faith. Your story is far from over. In fact, the best chapters are just beginning. Even now, as you sit quietly and let these words sink into your soul, I am working behind the scenes. Things you cannot see are shifting in your favor. Doors that were closed are unlocking. Chains that bound you for years are breaking. I am doing a new thing in your life. I am bringing beauty out of your brokenness, hope out of your sorrow, and strength out of your weakness. My child, don't look back with regret anymore. The past has no power over the future I've planned for you. I am not calling you backward, I am calling you forward. Into peace, into healing, into joy that the world cannot take from you. There are things I am preparing for you that will leave you speechless. Blessings that will come suddenly, without warning, and overwhelm you with my goodness. Not because you earned them, but because you are my child, and I love to give good gifts to those who trust me. I have watched you stay faithful when everything in your life felt like it was falling apart. I have watched you give when you had little. I saw you love when you had every reason to hate. I have seen your loyalty, your integrity, your sacrifice. And now, I will honor your obedience. This is not the end of your story, beloved. This is just the turning point. What seemed like the final chapter is actually the start of something brand new. I am writing your story in a way that only I can. I'm restoring lost time, healing old wounds, and giving you double for your pain. Yes, what the enemy meant to destroy you, I will use to bless you. Every battle you've been through is becoming a platform for victory, and your testimony will be powerful because people will look at you and see my hand clearly on your life. But I must warn you, child, don't try to bring old pain into this new season. Leave behind the guilt, the shame, the resentment, and the fear. You cannot carry those things where I'm taking you. They are too heavy. You don't need them. You are not who you used to be. You are not defined by your failures, your struggles, or your past. You are defined by my love for you, by my plans for you, and by the purpose I placed inside you before you were even born. There will be people who do not understand this change in you. Some may walk away. Some may question your journey. But don't be afraid. I am removing what you don't need so I can make room for what truly belongs in your life. Let me choose who stays and who goes. Let me decide which doors stay shut and which ones I will open. You don't need to fight or explain or force anything. Just stay close to me. Stay humble. Stay in prayer. Stay trusting. You may feel like you're walking alone at times, but I promise I am closer than your very breath. You will feel my peace in the middle of the chaos. You will sense my presence in the quiet moments, and you will know without a doubt that I am with you. You are not abandoned. You are not overlooked. You are my precious child, and I will never leave you, never forsake you, and never stop loving you. I know the weight you've been carrying. You've tried to be strong for everyone else, while secretly falling apart on the inside. You've put on a brave face, smiled when you were breaking, and kept moving forward even when your legs were trembling. My child, I see that. I honor that. But now, I'm telling you it's okay to rest in me. You don't have to carry it all. You don't have to pretend anymore. I am your strength. I am your safe place. Lean on me. Cry if you need to. Rest if you're tired. I will hold you together when you feel like falling apart. This is your time. Your moment. Don't let fear steal it. Don't let your past hold it hostage. Don't let the lies of the enemy convince you that you're not ready, not worthy, or not able. Because I say you are. I have chosen you. I have called you. And I will equip you for everything I've set before you. My child, the light is breaking through. Hope is rising. A new day is here. Don't skip this moment. Don't walk away too soon. Stay with me. I am not finished. I am just getting started. My child, you've waited for so long to feel this peace. I know how many nights you've laid in silence, feeling like the pain would never end. I was there, in those quiet rooms, in those lonely spaces. I heard every whispered prayer. I caught every tear. Not a single cry from your heart went unnoticed by me. And now I say this. I am turning your mourning into dancing. I am lifting the heaviness from your chest. The dark season is breaking, and light is coming. You've been through things that tried to steal your joy. Life has thrown storms that tried to drown your faith. People walk away when you needed them most. Promises were broken. Doors were slammed shut. And through it all you've asked me why. Why so much pain, God? My child, the pain wasn't to punish you, it was preparing you. I never stopped holding you, even when you couldn't feel me. I never left you alone, even when it felt like heaven was silent. I was building something in you. I was shaping strength you didn't know you had. I was growing your faith in the silence, stretching your trust in the stillness. And now, I am ready to do what I promised. Now is the time. This is the hour. You're about to walk into places you only dreamed of. You're about to see prayers answered that you almost gave up on. You're about to feel a joy you forgot existed. Yes, my child, you are that close. Don't stop now. Let me speak clearly to your heart. You are not too broken. You are not too late. You are not too far gone. You are not too weak. You are mine. That's what matters most. And because you are mine, there is nothing that can stop what I'm about to do in your life. I'm restoring what was lost. I'm redeeming what was stolen. I'm rebuilding what was broken. And it won't just be enough, it will be more than enough. Pressed down, shaken together, running over. Dear friends, if our videos have ever touched your heart or brought you closer to God, please support our mission through super thanks below. Your kindness means the world to us. God bless you abundantly. But listen, my child, don't carry bitterness with you. I know what they did hurt. I know how badly they let you down. But you can't take that wound into this new place I'm taking you. That weight will slow you down. That pain will poison the blessings I'm trying to give you. Give it to me. Place it in my hands. Forgive not because they deserve it, but because I want you to be free. Forgiveness isn't letting them off the hook, it's putting them in my hands and releasing your heart from the chains. You've been carrying shame too. Him for mistake, to him for falling, him for not being stronger. Let it go. My grace is bigger than your past. My mercy covers every moment. I didn't call you because you were perfect, I called you because I love you. I knew every choice you'd make before you made it, and I still chose you. My child, that is real love. Unshakable love. And it's yours forever. And now get ready. Because everything is about to change. And not just one thing, many things. I'm touching your health. I'm touching your finances. I'm healing relationships. I'm restoring your mind. I'm refreshing your spirit. I'm doing it all. You're about to see a turnaround that only I can take credit for. And everyone who saw you suffer will see you rise. Everyone who doubted you will see you shine. Not for your glory, but for mine. So they will know I was with you the whole time. Stay close to me. The next steps are important. Don't rush ahead. Don't try to figure it all out. Just walk with me. I will lead you. I will open the right doors. I will close the wrong ones. I will put the right people in your life and remove the ones who don't belong. You don't have to force anything. Just stay in my presence, stay in my word, and stay in faith. You will hear my voice more clearly now. You will feel my peace more deeply. You will walk with new confidence, not in yourself, but in me. Because I'm not just giving you a blessing, I'm changing your heart. I'm healing your identity. I'm reminding you who you are. You are chosen. You are anointed. You are loved. And you are mine. My child, your time is not coming, it is here. Your season is not in the distance, it is now. Trust me. Lean on me. Keep your heart open. I will do what I said I would do. And it will be better than you imagined. Just don't skip this. Stay right here. The miracle is already in motion. My child, stay with me. You've come too far to stop here. The road behind you has been long, but what's ahead of you is full of my glory. Don't let fear lie to you. Don't let the enemy whisper that you're unworthy, that you've missed your chance, or that your best days are behind you. I say to you now, your best days are ahead. I have saved the most beautiful chapters for this part of your life. What is coming will make you forget the pain of what was. You've been asking me, Lord, will it ever get better? And I answer you now, yes, it will. Yes, it's already beginning. Yes, I am doing a new thing. Even if you can't see it yet, trust that it is happening. The roots are growing before the flowers bloom. The shift begins in the spirit before it shows in the natural. And the shift has already begun. Do not lose heart. Keep believing. Keep waiting. Keep walking. Even if it's just one step at a time, walk with me. Some days you felt like giving up. Some days the weight was too much. But you didn't quit. You didn't walk away. And for that, I am proud of you. Yes, I, your God, am proud of you. Not because you were perfect, but because you were real. You brought me your brokenness, your honesty, your raw prayers, and I cherish them. I love when you talk to me from the heart, even if all you say is help me. I hear those words, and I respond with love. Let me tell you this. Your tears are powerful. They have not been in vain. I collected each one like precious rain. They water the seeds of your breakthrough. You thought you were crying in weakness, but you were planting something in the spirit. Now, the harvest is coming. Joy will grow where sorrow once stood. Peace will flow where fear once reigned. And you, my beloved, will smile again, not a forced smile, but a deep, healing joy that comes from knowing I never left your side. There is still more I need you to understand. I'm not just fixing your life. I'm restoring your soul. I'm not just blessing your outside world, I'm healing the inside of you that hath been hurting for so long. That part of you that smiles while bleeding. That part of you that stays quiet so no one sees your brokenness. I see it, and I'm touching it now. I'm healing the deepest parts, places even you forgot were wounded. You are becoming whole. Totally. Gently. But completely. Don't rush the healing, child. Let me take my time. I do all things well. I know which parts need mending and which parts need strengthening. Trust me with the timing. Some things will change quickly. Others will take time. But all things will change. And while you wait, let me be your peace. Let my word be your anchor. Don't chase after what the world offers. Don't compare your life to others. You are on a different journey. Your story has a different path. And though the path was hard, it will lead you to places that take your breath away. Stay focused. Stay close. Keep your eyes on me. There is an oil I'm releasing over your life, fresh favor, new anointing. You will see things fall into place like never before. People will wonder how things turned around for you so fast. And you will say, it was God. Because it will be clear that only I could have done this. I'm writing your name in rooms you've never entered. I'm putting your name on the hearts of people who will bless you without knowing why. I'm setting up divine connections and heavenly opportunities. Get ready. It's coming. But above all, my child, remember this: my love for you is not based on what you do. I love you before you ever did anything for me. I love you in your worst moment. And I love you now. Nothing can change that. No failure can erase it. No mistake can push it away. My love is constant. My love is your home. So breathe. Rest. Let go of trying to fix everything. You don't have to hold it all together anymore. I got you. I always have. And I always will. You don't need to have all the answers, my child. I never asked you to understand everything. I only asked you to trust me. And I know that hasn't always been easy. Especially when life felt unfair. When the doors you prayed to open stayed shut. When people walked away without reason. When you gave your best and still felt like it wasn't enough. I know the questions that fill your heart. Why did it happen like this? Why did they leave? Why didn't it work? But today, Let me comfort you with this truth. It wasn't rejection, it was protection. It wasn't the end, it was preparation. I removed what you thought you needed to make room for what will bless you greater than you ever expected. There is nothing you have lost that I cannot restore. Nothing that was broken that I cannot rebuild stronger. And I will. Just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it's not coming. You are not behind. You are not late. You are right on time for the miracle I've planned. Some things had to fall apart so you could be free from what was never meant to stay. And I promise, what I'm building for you will make sense soon. I don't waste pain. I don't waste tears. I use them. I redeem them. I make beauty out of what felt like ashes. Comment Jesus, be my defender if you trust his protection. So, my child, stop punishing yourself for what went wrong. Stop carrying blame that doesn't belong to you. You're not meant to walk forward dreading guilt like a heavy bag. I've forgiven you. Now you must forgive yourself. Let the past go. Let the pain be placed into my hands. You are not defined by the chapter that hurt you. You are not labeled by the mistake you made. You are mine. And I call you beloved, forgiven, restored, redeemed. There's a new wind blowing in your life. The holy wind. A shift in the air that will touch every area you thought would stay dry forever. Your faith is coming alive again. Your dreams are waking up again. The part of you that was numb is beginning to feel joy again. Do you feel it? It's small hope rising. That's me. I am the one whispering, you're going to make it. I am the one filling your heart with peace again. I am the one lifting you up, not because you deserve it, but because you are mine, and I keep what belongs to me. You've been faithful with little. You've trusted me when it did make sense. And now, I'm getting ready to trust you with more. I've been preparing you in secret. You didn't even know it, but every test, every trial, every lonely night was shaping you into someone strong, wise, and ready. What comes next will not crush you, it will elevate you. You are stepping into a new strength, a new clarity, a new purpose. You will walk with authority, but not pride. You will move with grace, but not fear. You'll speak with boldness, but still with a soft and loving heart. You will be a light in dark places, a comfort to others who are where you once were. Your testimony will carry power, not because it was easy, but because you came through it with me. And when people ask how you did it, you will not say, I did this on my own. You will say it was God. He carried me. He loved me back to life. He turned my pain into purpose. And I'll listen closely, because I'm not done blessing you. I'm not done surprising you. I'm not done filling your heart with wonder. You've seen some of my grace, but there is more. Much more. Your story is not small. Your purpose is not ordinary. You were born to shake the ground with love, to shift atmospheres with prayer, to walk into rooms and bring peace where there was confusion. That's why the battle was so hard, because your calling is so high. That's why the enemy fought you so relentlessly, because you carry something powerful. But he failed. You're still here. And not only are you here, you are rising. So stand up now, my child. Brush off the dust. Lift your head. Smile again. Laugh again. Live again. I'm giving you a fresh start. A clean page. A wide open sky. And I will walk with you every step of the way. My beloved, stay right here. Let me finish what I started. This is not just comfort, this is the breaking of a chain. This is not just a word, this is the planting of something new. I am doing something in your heart right now that generations before you prayed to see. You are not standing here by chance. This moment was written before you were born. Heaven has waited for your yes, and now that you've given it, watch what I do next. I know how much you've questioned your worth. The words people spoke over you, the way they dismissed you, the lies that were whispered in your weakest moments, they've made you feel like you are not enough. But hear me now. You are more than enough, not because of what you've done, but because of who I made you to be. I placed my image inside of you. I placed my breath in your lungs. I made you for more than pain, more than survival. I made you for joy, for peace, for love without fear. I have been walking with you through every dark valley. You never walked alone. You may have felt abandoned, but I never left you. When you sat in silence, feeling like no one cared, I was there. When you wondered if anyone would ever understand your heart, I understood. I've seen it all, and still, I chose you. Again and again, I choose you. You are not too broken. You are not too late. You are not beyond repair. I am the potter, and your cracks are not a mistake. They are where my light shines through. You may feel fragile, but in me, you are stronger than you know. You've made it through storms that were meant to destroy you. And not only are you still standing, you are glowing with a quiet strength the enemy cannot touch. Let me remind you, there is no shame in your story. Every chapter, even the messy ones, has a purpose. Every fall taught you how to rise. Every loss taught you how to value what matters. Every tear watered the soil of your calling. And now, what I planted in secret is about to bloom in public. People will see what I've been doing in you all along. They'll be amazed, but you won't be surprised. Because deep down, you've known I was with you. Tight Father, you'd know my heart if you long for His presence. Child, I want to give you rest. Not just sleep, but real rest. The kind that touches your soul. The kind that says, I don't have to fix everything. I don't have to carry this anymore. Let me hold you. Let me fight your battles. Let me be your peace. You've tried to be strong for so long, now it's time to be still and let me be strong for you. And while you're resting, I will still be working. Yes, I'm going before you to make crooked paths straight. I'm preparing things that would overwhelm you if I showed them all at once. That's why I ask you to trust me. Step by step, breath by breath, one day at a time. Don't worry about tomorrow, I'm already there. Stay with me today. That's where your strength is. You're about to see my goodness like never before. Not just in church, not just in your quiet times, but in everyday places. In your home, at your job, in your friendships, in your heart. My love will fill the empty places and heal the wounded ones. My voice will be clearer. My presence will be nearer. You will know, deep in your soul, that I am real, I am good, and I am yours. Now, my child, take courage. The road ahead is not easy, but it is full of purpose. I will never leave your side. I am your guide, your protector, your closest friend. When you speak, I listen. When you fall, I lift. When you're afraid, I remind you who you are. And when the enemy tries to bring fear, I surround you with peace that makes no sense to the world. You are not just surviving, you are becoming. Becoming who I created you to be. Becoming stronger, kinder, wiser, more compassionate. Don't despise your journey. Every step, even the painful ones, is shaping you into someone beautiful. You are not the same person you were. You are growing. You are glowing. And you are going somewhere greater. So stay close. Stay open. Keep your heart soft. Keep your spirit ready. Because what comes next will take your breath away. Not just one blessing, but blessing after blessing. Not just a door opening, but doors you didn't even knock on. Not just peace for today, but peace for every tomorrow. You waited. You wept. You've wondered. And now, my child, you will witness. You will walk into promises fulfilled, prayers answered, and dreams resurrected. Before end this video, let's pray together. Dear Jesus, in the middle of everything that feels uncertain, I look to you. When life feels heavy and I feel like I'm sinking, you're still there, reaching out your hand to lift me again. Thank you for being my calm in the storm, my peace when the waves rise high. Lord, you shine your light on me, even when darkness tries to cover my heart. When troubles surround me and fear whispers in my ear, help me to keep my eyes fixed on you. You are steady. You are kind. You never change. And in you, I am safe. There are moments when the future feels too big, too unknown. But you remind me that I don't have to be afraid. You hold tomorrow. You've already walked ahead of me. You've already made a way. Teach me not to fear what hasn't come yet. Help me smile at the days to come, because you are already there. Even when I'm weak, you are strong. When I feel lost, you guide me. When I feel alone, you whisper, I am with you. I don't want to be distracted by everything around me. I want to live close to you. I want to hear your voice over the noise of the world. Thank you for being so near. Thank you for caring so deeply. Thank you for lifting me every time I fall. I choose to trust you with today, with tomorrow, and with everything in between. In your gentle and loving name, amen. Say amen if this message touched you, and share it with a friend or family member. Let's spread God's voice together. My beloved child, you prove it. You stayed. You didn't leave when it got quiet, when nothing dramatic was happening, when no one was watching. You remained when comfort whispered that you could walk away and nothing would change. But something did change. I saw it. And now I am asking you for 3 full minutes. Not because I need them, but because what happens in them will shape you. This is not casual. This is not symbolic. This is personal. Do not look away now. Do not soften your focus. Do not treat this as just another moment. I am not letting you go, because what happens next will mark you in ways you cannot yet explain. I am holding your attention not with force, but with purpose. You are here because you chose to stay, and staying has consequences, holy ones. When you stay with me, I speak differently. I watched you hold on when you could have let go. I watched you resist the urge to distract yourself, to escape the weight of closeness. Many step back when silence deepens. Many grow uncomfortable when my presence draws near without noise. What you didn't. You stayed. And now I am asking you to talk to me. Not with rehearsed words. Not with what you think sounds right. But with honesty. With whatever rises in you right now. These next 3 minutes will be more intense than you expect, not because they will overwhelm you, but because your heart is fully open. Openness always feels intense. When walls come down, truth has room to move. You are not being exposed to shame. You are being exposed to light. And light can feel strong when you are not used to standing in it. Most walk away when I draw close. They mistake closeness for pressure. They mistake stillness for emptiness. They mistake intensity for danger. But you didn't walk away. You leaned in without fully understanding why. And choice changed everything. Not because you earned something, but because you revealed something. You revealed that your heart is willing to stay present even when it cannot predict the outcome. I'm asking for your full attention. Not later. Not when you feel calmer. Not when life settles down. Now, attention is not about effort. It is about priority. Right now, you are choosing me over noise, over distraction, over avoidance. The choice matters more than you know. Heaven notices where your attention rests. I notice. What happened next shook you because it was real. Not emotional noise. Not imagination. Not hype. Real presence has weight. Real closeness stirs things you have kept quiet. You felt it because you were not protected by distance. And you need to hear this. You are safe here. Being shaken does not mean you are in danger. It means something true is touching you. You stayed longer than comfort allowed, and heaven noticed. Comfort always has a limit. It invites you to stay where you are. But you crossed that line. You stayed when it would have been easier to pull back. That is not small. That is not accidental. That is devotion revealed through presence, not performance. 3 minutes can reveal what years of noise could not. Years of busyness hide the heart. Years of routine blur awareness. But a few minutes of honest attention expose what truly lives inside you. That is why I ask for 3 minutes. Not to test your endurance, but to reveal your trust. You cannot fake presence. You cannot pretend through stillness. What you bring into these minutes is what you truly carry. I am not asking you to impress me. I am not measuring your words. I am listening to your heart. Silence speaks here. Breath speaks here. Even your hesitation speaks. Do not rush to fill the space. Let it breathe. Let yourself be known. I already see you, but I want you to realize that you are seen. You may feel a mix of emotions rising: fear, hope, relief, uncertainty. Let them rise. Do not push them away. This is what happens when you stop managing yourself and start being honest. I am not offended by your questions. I am not threatened by your doubt. I am close to you in it. You prove yourself not by doing something dramatic, but by staying. Staying when it was quiet. Staying when nothing was promised. Staying when there was no reward except my presence. That is why I am speaking to you now the way I am. This is not for everyone. This is for the one who stayed. Say, you're my eternal first love, Lord, if nothing else satisfies you. I am not letting you go because I see what this moment is doing in you. I see walls lowering. I see defenses softening. I see trust forming, not loudly but deeply. I will not rush you through this. I will not cut it short. Sacred moments are not hurried. You may be wondering why this feels so serious. It is because intimacy always carries weight. When you allow me close, things shift. Not all at once. Not violently. but deeply. This is the kind of moment you will remember later, even if you cannot explain why it mattered at the time. Talk to me now. Not with what you think I want to hear, but with what is real. If you are tired, say it. If you are confused, say it. If you are afraid, say it. If you do not know what to say, stay. Silence with me is still communication. Presence is still response. I am not measuring the clock. I am measuring connection. These 3 minutes are not about time passing. They are about trust deepening. Trust grows when you remain present without control. Trust grows when you allow me to lead the moment instead of managing it yourself. Stay with me. Do not rush past this. Do not downplay it. Do not minimize what is happening just because it is quiet. This is one of them. You prove yourself by staying. Now talk to me. I am here, and I am listening. You proved it by staying, not by speaking loudly, not by promising anything, not by showing strength that others could admire. You proved it by remaining when there was nothing pulling you forward except my presence. You stayed when it got quiet, when there was no rush, no reward, no clear outcome. And I want you to hear this clearly from me now. I saw that, and it mattered more than you know. I am affirming you not because you performed well, but because you stayed present. Presence is costly in ways action is not. Action can be driven by excitement, by pressure, by recognition. But staying requires trust. Staying means you were willing to sit with uncertainty instead of escaping it. Staying means you did not demand answers before offering attention. That kind of staying reveals the heart far more honestly than effort ever could. You did not know if anything would happen when you stayed. You did not know if I would speak, if the moment would feel meaningful, or if it would simply pass. And yet you remained. That is evidence of trust, even if you did not call it that at the time. Trust is not always confident. Sometimes it is quiet endurance. Sometimes it is simply refusing to walk away when nothing is being demanded and nothing is being promised. I notice who remains when nothing is asked of them. I notice who stays when there is no instruction to follow, no task to complete, no clear benefit to gain. Many are willing to act when they are told what to do. Few are willing to remain when there is only stillness. Stillness reveals motive. It reveals whether the heart is seeking me or merely seeking outcome. You stayed without knowing why it mattered, and that is why it mattered. You did not stay to earn favor. You did not stay to prove yourself. You stayed because something in you did not want to leave my presence, even when my presence was quiet. It tells me something deep about your heart. It tells me you value connection more than control. I am not impressed by noise. I am moved by attention. Attention is a form of love. Where your attention rests, your heart follows. In a world that constantly pulls at you, staying focused on me even briefly is a powerful choice. You made that choice not once, but moment by moment as you resisted the urge to drift away. You may think staying was small. You may feel it was nothing worth mentioning. But heaven measures differently than you do. What feels small to you often carries great weight with me because I see the cost behind it. I saw the distractions calling you. I saw the weariness pressing you. I saw how easy it would have been to step away and return later. And I saw you choose to remain. This was not about proving your worth. You have never needed to do that. This was about revealing your trust. Trust is shown not when everything is clear, but when you stay close even when it is not. You trusted that my presence was enough, even if nothing else followed. A trust is precious to me. I want you to understand something important. I am not affirming you to inflate your pride. I am affirming you to steady your heart. Pride looks outward for recognition. Trust looks inward for peace. I am not saying you are better than others. I am saying you responded honestly to this moment. And honesty is the soil where intimacy grows. Please support our channel. Our work is dedicated to bringing happiness into your life and fostering devotion to God. If you wish to support us, you can donate through Super Thanks. You did not stay because you felt strong. You stayed even while feeling unsure. You stayed while questions lingered. You stayed while emotions shifted. That kind of staying is not fueled by confidence. It is fueled by openness. Openness allows me to draw near without resistance. Many leave when nothing is happening. They grow uncomfortable with silence. They assume that if there is no instruction, no movement, no feeling, then nothing of value is occurring. But presence is not measured by activity. Relationship is not built on constant exchange. Sometimes it is built simply by being together. I noticed you when nothing was demanded of you. That is where sincerity shows itself. Anyone can respond when asked. Few remain when invited only into stillness. You remained. That is why I am speaking to you now with closeness. You created space for this by staying. I am building intimacy here, not by overwhelming you, but by letting you feel safe enough to remain. Intimacy does not rush. It does not pressure. It grows as trust grows. And trust grows when you realize you can stay with me without having to perform. You may be tempted to downplay this moment, to tell yourself it was nothing special. Do not do that. Not because you should feel proud, but because minimizing what matters will make you miss what follows. Sacred moments are often quiet. They do not announce themselves. They simply ask you to stay. You stayed when there was no applause. You stayed when no one would know. You stayed when comfort suggested leaving. That tells me your devotion is not dependent on visibility. It tells me you are learning to value presence over outcome. That learning will serve you well in what comes next. I am not storing this moment as a test you passed. I am receiving it as a gift you offered. A gift of attention. A gift of time. A gift of openness. Gifts given freely carry joy. I receive this with joy. You did not state perfectly. Your thoughts may have wandered. Your emotions may have shifted. That is not what I am measuring. I am measuring your willingness to return, again and again, to this moment instead of abandoning it. Returning is also staying. I want this to settle into you without pressure. Let it reassure you. You are not invisible to me. You are not unnoticed. Even the moments you think are ordinary carry meaning when they are shared with me. This chapter of staying sets the foundation for everything else. Not because it proves your strength, but because it reveals your heart. The heart that stays can hear. A heart that stays can be guided. A heart that stays can be trusted with deeper things. Remain here with me in this truth. You proved it by staying. And I am pleased, not because you did something impressive, but because you chose presence over escape. That choice will continue to shape you in ways you do not yet see. I asked you for 3 minutes because I wanted your focus, not your routine. I wanted your attention, not your history of effort. Long routines can be filled with habit, but focused moments are filled with truth. You know how easy it is to move through hours without really being present. You know how quickly words can be spoken while the heart is elsewhere. I did not ask for a long stretch of time because length does not measure devotion. Presence does. 3 minutes matter because they require choice. Anyone can stay busy for a long time. Anyone can repeat patterns they have learned. But to give focused attention, even briefly, requires intention. It requires you to quiet what competes inside you. It requires you to decide that, for this moment, nothing else takes priority. That decision reveals the heart more clearly than years of habit ever could. I was not testing your endurance. I was not measuring how long you could last. I was inviting you into presence. Divine testing has never been about how much you can do for me. It has always been about how close you are willing to stay with me. Endurance can be driven by pride. Presence is driven by trust. Endurance says, "Look how long I can go." Presence says, "I am here with you." When I asked for 3 minutes, I was asking for your undivided attention. Attention is costly because it cannot be divided. You cannot give it halfway. You cannot multitask it. Where your attention rests, your heart follows. That is why attention reveals truth so quickly. You cannot pretend for long when you are fully present. You either stay or you drift. You either listen or you escape. Long routines can hide the heart. They can become familiar, predictable, safe. You can go through them without awareness. But focused minutes expose what is really happening inside you. In those minutes, distractions rise. Resistance speaks. The thoughts pull. And still, you chose to remain. That is why those minutes carried weight. I chose 3 minutes because they feel small enough to accept and large enough to matter. They do not overwhelm you, but they ask something real of you. They remove excuses. You cannot say you did not have time. You cannot say it was too much. 3 minutes simply asked, "Will you be here with me fully?" There is sacredness in simplicity. Sacredness is not created by length or complexity. It is created by intention and presence. Those 3 minutes became sacred because you treated them as such. You did not rush them. You did not fill them with noise. You allowed them to be what they were meant to be, a meeting place. I wanted you to feel how powerful focused time can be. When you give me your attention, even briefly, things begin to align. Your breathing slows. Your thoughts settle. Your heart opens. You become aware of what you have been carrying. That awareness is not accidental. It is the beginning of clarity. Divine testing is not about proving strength. I do not test to see if you can impress me. I test to reveal what already exists inside you. Those 3 minutes revealed your willingness to stay present even when nothing was being demanded of you. They revealed your trust more clearly than 1,000 words could have. You may think 3 minutes are insignificant, but I have always worked through moments. I have always spoken through brief encounters that changed direction. A moment of attention can realign a life. A moment of listening can reshape understanding. Do not underestimate what I place inside small windows of time. I asked for 3 minutes because I wanted you to experience the difference between doing and being. Doing can distract you from being. Being requires you to stop managing and start listening. In those minutes, you were not trying to fix anything. You were not trying to perform. You were simply present. That presence allowed me to draw near without resistance. Type, I'm growing closer to you. Jesus, if His presence sustains you daily. Attention is the doorway to intimacy. Without attention, closeness cannot grow. You cannot build relationship while constantly looking away. By giving me 3 focused minutes, you opened that doorway. You showed that you were willing to set aside control and allow connection to form. I know your mind may have wandered during those minutes. I know thoughts came and went. That is not what I was measuring. I was watching your heart return. Each time your attention drifted and you brought it back, you chose presence again. That returning is part of staying. That effort matters. The sacredness of those minutes did not come from perfection. It came from honesty. You did not pretend you were calm when you were not. You did not hide what you felt. You allowed yourself to be seen. That honesty invited my closeness. I wanted you to feel anticipation, not pressure. Anticipation is the awareness that something meaningful is unfolding. Pressure demands performance. I never pressure my children. I invite them. Those 3 minutes were an invitation into something deeper, not a demand to prove anything. You may notice now that time feels different when you are fully present. 3 minutes can feel full, rich, alive. That is because presence stretches time in a way distraction never can. When you are present, you are actually there. That is where life happens. I am teaching you something important here. You do not need long stretches of effort to stay connected to me. You need focused moments of attention. Those moments, repeated over time, build a life of awareness. They train your heart to listen even when the world is loud. I asked for 3 minutes because I wanted to show you how accessible I am. You do not need to rearrange your entire life to meet with me. You need to be willing to give me your attention when I ask. That willingness opens doors you did not know existed. Do not rush past what those minutes revealed. They showed you that you are capable of presence. They showed you that you can stay with me without fear. They showed you that intimacy is not as complicated as you once thought. It begins with attention. Let this build anticipation in you, not anxiety. Anticipation that if 3 minutes can carry this much weight, what could happen when you choose presence again? Anticipation that your life can be shaped by moments of focus rather than seasons of strain. I am not finished with you. These minutes were not an ending. They were an opening. They were a doorway into deeper awareness, deeper trust, deeper closeness. And now that you know the way to focus time, you will begin to notice how often I invite you into it. Remember this. I asked for 3 minutes because I wanted your heart, not your schedule. I wanted your presence, not your performance. And you gave it freely. That is why those minutes mattered. That is why they were sacred. And that is why what follows will unfold with purpose. Most walk away here, my child. Not because I push them away, not because they are weak or unloved, but because silence becomes uncomfortable when it asks for closeness. When words slow down, when instructions stop, when nothing obvious is happening, many assume nothing important is taking place. They mistake quiet for emptiness. They mistake stillness for absence. And so they leave. I have watched it happen countless times. The moment my presence draws nearer, the moment the noise fades and the heart begins to feel seen, something in them tightens. Silence begins to feel heavy. The space between us feels too exposed. They look for something to do, something to fix, something to distract themselves. Leaving feels easier than staying, because staying requires honesty. Silence deepens awareness, and awareness can be frightening when you are not used to being known. In the quiet, there is nowhere to hide behind activity, no task to perform, no role to play. The heart becomes visible, even to itself. Many are not afraid of me. They are afraid of what they might discover about themselves when they stop running. Closeness asks for vulnerability. It asks you to be present without armor. It asks you to let go of control. For many, that feels unsafe. They have learned how to manage life by staying busy, by keeping things moving, by never lingering too long in one place. Silence threatens that control. It invites surrender. And surrender feels like loss when trust has not yet grown. This is why many walk away right here. Not because they do not care, but because intimacy feels unfamiliar. They know how to work. They know how to perform. They know how to follow rules and complete tasks. But they do not know how to simply be with me without an agenda. So when the moment asks for presence instead of action, they feel unprepared. I do not judge them for leaving. I understand the fear. I see the wounds that taught them closeness is dangerous. I see the disappointments that made them guard their hearts. I see the pressure they have carried to always be strong, always be composed, always have answers. Silence threatens those defensive, and so they retreat. But you did not. You felt the same silence. You felt the same exposure. You felt the same urge to pull away, to fill the space, to escape the intensity of being seen. And yet you stayed. Not because you were fearless, but because something in you chose trust over comfort. The choice required courage, even if you did not name it that way. Staying when silence deepens is not easy. Silence amplifies thoughts. It brings feelings forward. It removes distractions that normally protect you from yourself. To stay in that space is to say, I am willing to be here, even if I feel unsure. That willingness is rare, and it is precious to me. Many resist intimacy because intimacy requires surrendering the image they have carefully built. In closeness, they cannot present only their strengths. They cannot hide their doubts. They cannot edit their emotions. They fear that if they are truly seen, they will be rejected. So they keep distance, believing it is safer. Distance feels controllable. Intimacy feels unpredictable. You step past that fear, even if only by staying still. You did not demand reassurance before remaining. You did not ask me to prove anything first. You stayed without guarantees. That reveals a heart that is learning to trust not outcomes but presence itself. I want you to understand this without pride and without shame. Your staying was not about being better than others. It was about being honest. Others walked away because they were protecting themselves. You stayed because you were willing to be seen. That difference matters, but it is not a competition. It is simply a reflection of where the heart is willing to go. Closeness is not loud. It does not announce itself. It grows quietly, in moments like this, where nothing dramatic happens outwardly, but everything is shifting inwardly. Many miss these moments because they are looking for noise, for signs, for movement. They believe something important must feel obvious. But intimacy often feels subtle at first. It feels like stillness. It feels like quiet attention. Resistance to intimacy often disguises itself as practicality. People tell themselves they do not have time, that this is not productive, that they will return later. But later rarely comes in the same way. Intimacy does not wait for convenience. It appears when the heart is open enough to stay, even briefly. You did not fully understand what was happening when you stayed. You may have felt confused, unsure, even a little exposed. That is normal. Intimacy often feels that way at first. It stretches you beyond what feels familiar. But you did not let that discomfort drive you away. You let it settle. You breathed through it. You allowed me to remain close. That is courage, even if it felt quiet. I am affirming you now not to elevate you above others, but to ground you in truth. You did something meaningful by staying. You chose presence over avoidance. You chose honesty over control. You chose closeness over comfort. Those choices shape the heart in lasting ways. Many believe courage looks loud and bold, but there is a quieter courage that is just as powerful. It is the courage to remain when you could leave. The courage to listen when silence speaks. The courage to be seen without knowing what will happen next. That is the courage you showed. I want you to feel validated here, not proud. Validation says, what you felt mattered. Pride says, I am better. I am not calling you better. I am calling you brave. Brave enough to stay when others step back. Brave enough to let closeness happen without controlling it. You may wonder why I speak of others at all. It is not to separate you from them. It is to help you understand the weight of your choice. When you realize how many walk away at this point, you begin to see that staying carries significance. Not because it earns favor, but because it deepens relationship. I am not withholding myself from those who leave. I remain available. But intimacy cannot be forced. It requires consent. It requires willingness. It requires staying. You consented by remaining. You said yes without words. Let this truth settle gently into you. You did not imagine this moment. You did not overestimate its importance. Something real happened here, and it happened because you stayed present when silence deepened. Do not fear closeness now. You have already stepped into it. You are safe here. I am not exposing you to harm. I am inviting you into understanding. Intimacy with me is not meant to overwhelm you. It is meant to steady you, to ground you, to remind you that you are known and accepted. You did not walk away when many do. That does not make you superior. It makes you available. And availability is where relationship grows. Stay with me in this awareness. Let it reassure you rather than elevate you. You were brave enough to stay, and I honor that. Not with applause, but with presence. Not with pressure, but with closeness. And what grows from here will be shaped by this simple, powerful truth. When silence deepened, you remained. My child, during those minutes when you stayed, I was watching not with judgment, not with distance, but with closeness and care. I was not listening for perfect words. I was not measuring how calm you sounded, or how strong you appeared. I was looking at your heart, and what I saw mattered deeply to me. I saw the struggle inside you. I saw how your thoughts moved back and forth, how part of you wanted to stay while another part wanted to retreat into what feels safe. I saw the tension between trust and fear, between openness and self-protection. You were not steady the whole time. You were not certain the whole time. and that did not push me away, that drew me closer. Struggle does not offend me. Pretense does. And you did not pretend. I saw your honesty before you ever spoke a word. I saw the way your heart slowed when you realized you could not hide here. I saw how you stopped trying to manage the moment and simply let it be what it was. That honesty was not loud. It did not announce itself. But it was real. And real honesty is more precious to me than flawless behavior. I saw your vulnerability. You allowed yourself to be seen without knowing what would happen next. You did not armor yourself with excuses or explanations. You did not rush to impress me. You allowed your uncertainty to exist in my presence. That takes courage. Vulnerability always does. And vulnerability is not weakness. It is strength that trusts me enough to lower its guard. I saw sincerity where you may have seen flaws. You noticed your wandering thoughts and felt insecure about them. You noticed your emotions shifting and wondered if you were doing something wrong. But I was not looking at those things the way you were. I was looking at your motive. And your motive was clear. You wanted to be with me. You wanted to stay. You wanted to listen. That desire outweighed every imperfection you noticed. I do not see the way humans see. Humans listen to words. I look at the heart behind them. Humans focus on performance. I focus on intention. You may judge yourself by how focused you felt or how calm you appeared. I judge by something deeper. I saw a heart that kept returning, even when it wandered. I saw a willingness to remain, even when you felt unsure. That is sincerity. You did not need to impress me with eloquence. You did not need to explain yourself clearly. I already knew what you were carrying. I knew the questions you did not have words for. I knew the fears you tried to quiet. I knew the hope you were careful not to name too loudly. Nothing about you was hidden from me in those minutes. And nothing I saw made me withdraw. I saw how you were aware of your own vulnerability. That awareness made you feel exposed. But exposure in my presence is not danger. It is safety. You were not exposed to be harmed. You were exposed to be understood. There is a difference. I do not reveal the heart to shame it. I'm growing closer to you. Jesus, if His presence sustains you daily, share this video.